Hi, I'm Dr. Faith Abraham, and I am here to discuss with you how you can use your personal brand to build your online business. We are in module number 2, and in module number 2, we're going to be discussing how to even create your personal brand. Now, I will say this will flow a little bit into module 3, but you got to do the work in module 2 so that you can get to module 3 and really see it work and flow for you. Okay, but in module 2, we want to talk about how to create it. So creating a personal brand really is authentically you coming to terms with you understanding who you are, how you're wired, how people respond to you, what are the things that people come to you for, and things of that nature. But I'll get into the questions a little bit later. But the point I really want to drive home in creating your niche is for you to be authentically who you are. Please, and I mean please, don't fall for the comparing yourself with other people's stuff. It does not work. And really, everybody else is already taken. You're not, because you're you. And the world needs what you have, how you have to offer it, how you're going to dole it out. That's what the world is waiting for. So when it comes to discovering and putting your personal brand together, it's really about you driving in on what it is that really makes you who you are, and being willing to put yourself out there, which is very scary, right? But put yourself out there for others who resonate with you to now connect with you, attach to you, say, yes, this is my girl, this is my guy. I love what they're saying. I love what they're about, right? That's really what personal branding is. So how do we create it? We create it by asking ourselves certain questions, such as, what do you do well? What are your skills? What are your talents, your ability? What is your personality like? Now, I know a lot of times people are like, well, I have to pull it back or this or that because other people won't appreciate it. Again, of course, be professional, but do your best to be as authentic to yourself as possible, because there are people who want you to do you because there's a part of them that is waiting for someone to validate them. And when you do that, you're using the power of affirmation and validation to establish your personal brand within the hearts and the minds of other people. Okay. Also too, what are you known for? What do people call you for? What do people ask you for? What is it that people say, when I see John, this is what I know John is going to give me. John gives me good advice. John doesn't give me good advice. John is funny, right? However you are. That's you, and that needs to be infused into your personal brand. Please don't commit brand suicide before you even get started and say, oh, well, this is working for this person, I'm going to be like them. Be you. Ask yourself this question: who are you? And be okay with it, right? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? What knowledge do you have? What's in you right now? What is your expertise in? Right? How can you, with everything you have, with all that you are, help other people? The stuff that you know, how can it help other people? The thing that you have an expertise in, how can it help other people? Because ultimately, a business is really just someone solving the problem of someone else. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money that you're going to make. It's just the numbers game, right? And the more people you solve a problem for, the more money you can make. So number 1, or I'll say part 1 of discovering your niche is, who in the world are you? And being okay with that. Write that list out so that way you can move into part 2, which is your niche. discovering your niche is really important. And I know a lot of times people don't want to do what we call niche down, which is really hone in on who it is that you're speaking to, who it is that you're creating content for, who it is that your brand is set up for. Because we feel like, oh, if I just talk to everyone, I'll make more sales. No. If you speak to the people that you're created to speak to, you'll make more money than someone who's just trying to talk to everyone. Someone once said, if you try to sell to everybody, you're not going to make anything. You'll sell to no one, right? So let's niche down. And being niche means becoming specialized. A great way to think about this is if you think about a doctor. Your general practitioner will never make as much as the heart surgeon, the brain surgeon, the ear, nose, and throat doctor. Why? Because the latter have specialized, have cultivated their skill in that one specified arena of work, whereas the general practitioner just knows, everything, a little bit about everything. And it's not until they get specialized that they make more money. So for you in your business to make more money, you have to get specialized. You have to get niche. Okay. How do you get niche? Well, very simple. You start to ask yourself, again, on part one, what is it that you have to offer? What is it that you have knowledge on? What is it that you have expertise in, right? So let's say, for example, you're really good at finances. How do you know? Your credit score is bomb, or you have worked with other people and their credit score is good, and you know how to dig somebody up out of, complete destitution in their finances. And you've done that. And so when people come to you, they're like, hey, how do you do that? How does that work? Break that down for me. And when you break it down, it's like, wow, how come I didn't understand that before? Duh, because I told you, and the way I tell you is perfect, right? So that's what you're known for. That's the skill and the expertise that you have. So your niche. Let's say, for example, you're really good at finances. People call you for finances. Your finances are great. You just are excellent at breaking it down and explaining it to people in a simple, easy to digest way. That's your expertise. That's what you're knowledgeable about, right? So what you now do is you say, okay, I'm going to, bring my knowledge of finances to the table. Great, but hold on. Let's go a step further. Finances for who? You got finances for people who are just getting into college, just getting out of college, people who have absolutely no credit, people who have jacked up credit. Are we talking about investing? We're talking about selling. We're talking about compound interest. What are you talking about? Right? That's niching. That's getting more specialized so that you know what it is you're talking about and who it is you're talking to.